What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to show you a technique in Premiere Pro called speed ramping, which is a way to transition in and out of slow motion. I used a bunch of it right here in my last video about boxing, and it's something that I use a lot to kind of add that cinematic feel. It's actually really quick and easy to learn, so let's jump right into Premiere and get started. So the first thing you want to do once you get into Premiere Pro is make sure your timeline is set to 24 frames per second. 24 frames per second is kind of the standard for video, so if you have it set to something else, it's going to look a little bit weird. So what you're going to do is you're going to hit Control N to make a new sequence, and then you're going to go to Settings and make sure that's at 24 or 23.976. Doesn't really matter too much, but just one of those. Also, whatever footage you're going to use for this, I recommend that it's shot in at least 60 FPS so you can get that full, smooth, slow motion. Once your timeline's all set, you're going to drag over the clip that you want to speed ramp. Since the timeline settings are at 24 FPS, this message is going to pop up and ask if you want to change the settings to match the clip, which should be shot in 60 FPS. And what you want to do is hit Keep Existing Settings. From there, you want to zoom in just to give yourself some more space to work. And then increase the size of the layer that you're going to be working in too. I'm going to take the audio out real quick because we don't really need it for this. The next thing you want to do is right click this little gray square in the top left of your clip, and then go to time remapping and then speed. Now what you want to do is click P on the keyboard and find the point where you want to slow things down or speed them up. So I'm going to go to right about here where the punch connects and make a point. Then I'm going to hit V and go back to the regular mouse tool, and then I'm just going to drag this line down to about 40%. And now everything before that point that we put in is slowed down to 40%. And when we get to that point, things will speed back up to 100. This is the cool part of speed ramping right here, is if we zoom all the way in, we can adjust how fast or how slow the transition is with these two little notches. And if we want to slow things down again when they start swinging, we'll hit P again, make another point, hit V to get back the mouse tool, and then drag all this stuff to the right of that point, down to 40%. Adjust the transition again. And now we have our two speed ramps. A couple other ways I like to use speed ramping are for quick transitions between clips like this, or to match up a clip to some music like this. So that's it for today's video, guys. Hopefully you found it pretty easy and can start putting it into some of your own projects soon. If you have any questions about it, definitely let me know down in the comments. So right now, while we're in this lockdown, I'm trying to grow my YouTube channel as much as I can. So I'm gonna be pumping out a bunch of tutorials, mixes, a bunch of different stuff. So that's what I'm basically trying to do while I have this time. So if you guys could do me a huge favor and hit like and subscribe, I'd greatly appreciate it. But yeah, that's it for today, so see you guys next week.